Good afternoon. Ask me why I'm not wearing the same shirt I was wearing this morning. Oh, Jesus. The stuff that happens. It's so funny. Had a little thoughty thought. This is so gross. We've been talking about having boundaries, having standards. So this is going to sound funny because of what we've been talking about. But I've been thinking about something lately. And I have ideas and goals and dreams, just like everybody else. And I have an idea of what I want things to look like. Well, here lately, I've just had this thought. I don't know what it's gonna look like, because there's a lot that I'm trying to do and a lot that I'm working on, and truly anything, this is just how I believe and how I see things. For anything to go good or right in my life, God's gonna have to do it. Like, that's just how I see it. All good things come from above. That's what I believe. Now, you've seen the picture of us wanting a flower or something small, and here's Jesus and he's got something way bigger, like a whole bouquet or something. I do believe God's got better for us, 100%. Well, I've been thinking about some things, and I've got goals and plans and blah, blah, blah. And I always want to, like I mentioned yesterday, start out small. You know, like, I can remember back when I first started trying to buy a house, going through all the stuff. Like, I've got just stories of crazy stuff, like horror stories involving realtors, like all this stuff, just crazy stuff, right? Hate it. It's been like the worst thing trying to do this, and this is one of the things I'm doing. Well, there was a time when I was just like, I'll just take anything. Like, I went and looked at a house that it was listed that the house was unlivable. I was like, let's just go see. Well, I get there and I'm like, shoot, you know, I'll fix this, because I don't care. You know, I'll do whatever I need to do to get to where I'm going. And the realtor was like, the house is not livable and it's not part of it. So I had a friend of mine to come who was kind of like a maintenance person and had built houses and knew like all kinds of stuff that I did. And they were going to do the work for me, or at least some of it, or help me, whatever. Because I'm not an expert. But I'm not afraid to do the work. Figure it out. I've watched all kinds of YouTube videos and figured out how to work on my truck. Like I will figure it out. But we're in there, and the realtor did not want us going in. Like, this was the kind of situation, if you can imagine. This house was bad. The realtor didn't even want us going in. Well, we went in, and the whole back side of the house was like, the floor was falling in. Like it was rotted. Like it was falling in. I was like, we just put no floor down, you know? And my buddy that was with me looking at it, he was like, by the time you fixed all this, you would have so much money in it, like it wouldn't even be worth you buying. You know, like, he was like, I'm going to tell you straight, this is terrible. This house is not worth fixing. And it was so sad, you know, because it was an old house, and, you know, they just, whoever, I guess, just let it roll away. Well, there was some other issues about it, about the land. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then, later on, like probably, Lord, who knows how long later, bunch of glass right there. Hope I didn't get in it. I done went to the bank, signed papers and everything. Like, was literally fixing to buy this house. And the bank said you have to have it inspected on your expense. Okay, you know, that was their thing. You had to have it inspected before they would loan you the money to buy it. Blah, blah, blah. It's a whole thing. Like, literally, it is unreal how hard it is to buy a house. If you've not tried to do it in the past, I don't know, 5 years or so, like, don't. Just, it's terrible. Like, I don't know. Go win the lottery or something. Anyways, literally fixing to buy this house. And I go meet with the inspector. And the inspector was awesome. He was like, you're paying me, I'm working for you, and I'm going to tell you the truth. And I was like, well, that's what I want you to do. This house had been on fire. Had literally been on fire, and they covered it up. And he was like, they've tried to remodel this, and it's not a good job. Like, a professional's not done this. The windows won't open. He was like, this is not safe. And this is all stuff that you could not see. Like, you had to dig. Like, the part that had been on fire and how he knew it was on fire is because he went up in the ceiling and the rafters were scorched. Like, literally black. I was so frustrated. Like, you have no idea how frustrated I was, because I was like, yes, this is it. I'm finally going to have a place of my own. Well, I was like, okay, if it's not safe to live in, number one, and then my insurance company, because I had all my other stuff with them, I was like, well, I want my house with them too, do it all at one place, and they've been good to me. Which I've never, so far, thank God, I've not claimed anything, so I'd hope that they'd be good to me if something happened. But you know what I mean, good salesmanship, and, you know, just good to me when I come in, great hospitality, blah, blah, blah. So I wanted my home insurance to be with them too. They couldn't even cover the house loan. Like, the amount that they could cover would not even cover the loan for the house and the land. And I was like, so if I had bought this, and it's apparently a death trap, like, literally, I think the inspector wanted to tell me that it's a death trap, and I got in there and it burnt down, there I'd be. Like, it would have destroyed me. God knew took care of it. So, it's kind of like the whole thing coming back to the water. Like, we try to settle because we want something so bad. But the point I'm trying to get around to as I go around the world, we have these plans and we have these thoughts of, well, this is what I want and blah, 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 blah. Here lately, I've really been thinking like about the things I'm trying to do, and I'm just like, I don't know what it's going to look like. I know, God, you're going to have to do it. I know you're going to have to perform a miracle. And all these areas of everything that I'm doing, because I've got 1,500 things I'm trying to do, it's going to take a miracle. And I don't know what it's going to look like. No idea. Because, you know, and I absolutely would encourage everybody to go after your jeans. It is way too hot for jeans. Go after your dreams and work very, very hard and push and do your best. But have an open mind. And maybe not always saying no, sometimes saying yes, because God does have better for us than we even imagine for ourselves. So it may not look exactly like you got it in your head. And I thought of this, of how easy it is to say no and how easy it is not to have an open mind. I was at my shop one day. This was back when I was there every day. I was running it. And this was during a time that I was really fighting hard to keep the doors open. Okay, I was struggling. And I had so many people. I gotta pass this car, they're driving me crazy. I had so many people. I was paying attention to it. If you're going to be on your phone, you're going to be dealing with something in your car, just pull over. Instead of going like 20 and not even paying attention. Drives me crazy. Anyway, get me off what I'm saying. But I had so many people to come in and ask me for money. And I want to help everybody. Like, I would love for every school, team, whatever it is, I would love to donate and I would love to help everybody. But this was a time where I was struggling to even keep my business open. And I don't think a lot of people really understand that about small businesses. They will come in and they will ask you to donate whatever, sponsor whatever, this, that, whatever it is, and they'll never come in there and buy nothing. They'll never come in there and support your business or nothing. They're in there with their hand out. And I understand if you're a parent and you're trying to raise money for your kids, whatever, that's wonderful. But these places that donate, because there's small businesses will, and I've donated to people, I've sponsored people, I sponsor people now. But all these small businesses stuff that will sponsor you, I mean, show them some love. I mean, because these big places, a lot of them, they'll absolutely not do nothing or sponsor you. But I had so many people coming and asking me for money to buy this and that and donate and all this stuff, and I couldn't do it. At that moment, I was really struggling with my business and keeping my business open. And this guy walks in and he says he's with whatever, and I said no. Like, he just caught me right at that moment where I was like, no. And he was like, what do you mean? And I said, if it costs money, no. And he was like, but wait a minute. Like, he done so good, and he sold me. Like, we've been in business, like, I do business with him and have been for probably 2 years, and he has not made very much money off me. But he takes care of something, one of those little inconveniences of being brick and mortar, and he takes care of it. and he helped me out. But the first thing I said when he came through the door was no. And now later, bless his heart, he didn't give up. He didn't just say, okay, you're hateful and leave. He kept trying, and now it's helped me. So I'm telling you, it is so easy to say no. So easy. But yes, we're having boundaries, we're having standards, or we're setting boundaries. Listen, I'm so tired, I'm sweating my honey off today. I'm struggling. But I've had this on my mind since before lunch, and I'm just getting to be able to bring it to you. But definitely set boundaries, definitely have standards, but also, Lord, that was a nice truck. Squirrel moment. But don't be afraid to say yes. Have discernment, be careful, but maybe have an open mind and don't be so quick to say no, because there are things that you can say no to that can really turn around to be a blessing. Because my first immediate reaction and what Nikki wants is no. No to everything. Just no. Like, that's my first thing, because I'm leery, like I said, I think this morning, leery of people. Be careful, because I've made so many bad choices and done so much dumb stuff and been tricked and lied to and cheated and just all kinds of crazy stuff where I'm just like, no. Like everything, no. So I'm going to say and encourage you, me, and the man in the tree to be open-minded. Just be open-minded. Gotta get my cup holder maybe in here. Because maybe God's got something different for you. It may not look exactly like you're thinking. I think you've got a good idea. Your heart's in the right place, you're trying, but it may not look just exactly like you think it's going to. There was a girl that was telling me one time, she was talking about she had got married, and she was saying just how thankful she was that God had given her a good husband. And she said, you know, the first time we went out on a date, like, I think her friend had set him up or something, and she said, first time we went out on a date, I just didn't like him. She said, I just did not like him. And I guess they talked her into going again, and she said, you know, I thought with everything that was going on that day, I was just really tired and worn out and just irritable, and maybe I should just give him another try. Well, she did, and it was great from then on. And they ended up getting married, and I think it wasn't in no time either. Like, it just, I guess it clicked. But I think a lot of times we're scared of something different, and we're scared of what we don't understand, and we're scared of maybe what we ain't already got planned out in our mind. But as weird as that sounds, we've been talking about boundaries and standards. Have an open mind. Try to have an open mind. And you people need to scoot over. Get off the yellow line and on the white line, preferably, please. Little tiny itty bitty cars are doing this. Like, if you don't know how big your vehicle is and how to keep it in your lane, get off the road. Just get off the road. Y'all drive me crazy. I'll see you in the morning.